As it's nearly Halloween, how about we share some creepy stories? I'll go first. Being an apartment manager sucks. http://www. Reddit. Nolab comments fav being an apartment manager sucks NSFL. Bonus. If anyone can find the original, there's a story involving a kid stealing his mom's cell phone and playing around with it. The picture at the end never fails to give me the chills. Edit. This, http://comic. Naiva.com with toon detail. NHN. Titlead equals 350,217 and no equals 31 and weekday equals 2, is also good. Fuck that bottom one. Just, fuck it. Here's that story about the guy following the hidden trail of arrows he found in a bar bathroom, http://www. Reddit. AskReddit comments AskReddit, what awesome graffiti have you found? If you haven't read this yet, do yourself the favor. It's a great creepy story. What kind of demented psychopath thinks of stuff like that? I hope they throw his ass in an institution before he hurts someone. Every time I have watched The Lion King, someone I know has died. Happened 3 times when I was a child. Always happened the same way. We'd be watching it as a family. And then the phone would ring during the movie and we would receive the news of a relative dying. No one in my family has watched The Lion King since. Around 15 years. Deleted. I am not going to read any of these. I want to sleep well tonight. Grins and walks away. Hey. Aren't you that famous guy? Not really a story. But I have noticed that almost any time I am walking alone at night through my town, street lights turn off as I pass them. Not all of them. But enough to make me think something wants me to be in the dark. Maybe you have mutant powers. You have the ability to absorb electricity and shut down circuits with your mind. Your mutant name is Blackout. Okay, how's this? I walked in on the love of my life fucking one of my best friends and then ran to my other best friend's house to go talk to him only to find him hanging from his fan and got addicted to heroin later that night. I fucking hate Halloween. Whoa. That's terrible. I'm sorry you experienced that. How are things with you now? There are a lot of people out there who think Michelle Bachmann would make a fine president. Arnalep. Deleted. Told this before long time ago. But back when I was a kid, I used to sleep with a doll. One night I woke up to a sneeze and my face was wet. I didn't sneeze and the only thing next to me was my doll. Nope. I went coon hunting with my uncle in the woods of southern Ohio. These lights and noise came out of nowhere and seemed to pin us down. The red bones, coon hounds, went silent and cried on the ground. They are not afraid of bears or anything I have seen, as a heavy fog rolled onto us and we were almost frozen. 2 seconds later it was all gone. The fog and everything. The dogs were still freaked out so we knew it was just not us. I was 12 so I was not drunk or on drugs. Creeps me out to this day. Nice to see your Dixie. I thought this was going to be a racist joke. A man walked into my house while I was home alone. Called my name. And nearly came upstairs, where I was hiding, but left when my dogs got up. Scary as shit. I went on a dinner date with a girl when I was in high school and all she did was talk about her horse and all the horse figurines she had. Deleted. Can't explain the creepy face. But Washington's visage wasn't put on the quarter till 1932. In celebration of the bicentennial of his birth. Oyen Wittleman, http://www. Refinery29.com meet lover. The most horrifying NYC subletting story you've ever heard, is also a favorite of mine. Upvoting everything because I love reading scary shit. In my old house when I was about 4 I lived with my mom and there was plenty of weird shit going on in that house. I had dreams at this house where I would walk into my mom's room. The house deserted and a ghost would lift me up by my neck and he said you will have this dream 4 more times. And in the other corner of the room there was a man and he smashed 1/4 of this tape recorder if I recall correctly. I had the dream 2 more times after that and each time the ghost in the dream said 3 more times, 2 more times, etc. And the person kept breaking the recorder. I had the dream a total of 3 times but moved out of the house before I had the 4th and it never happened again. Pretty spooky. My family has a lot of weird encounters of stuff similar that's really odd. You should go back to visit. Have the dream a fourth time. See what happens. The ghost is probably waiting for you. Not a story of mine. But my friend was trying to sleep in his room on the second floor. However, it was thunderstorming. So he really couldn't sleep. He had the blinds of his window open. Because he liked the rain. As the night went on, just as he finally fell asleep, thunder woke him up once again. As he adjusted his head on the pillow, lightning struck. Now looking toward the window, and outside on the covering of the porch was a guy trying to get through the window. Both of them startled. My friend said he reached for his bat under his bed. The burglar must have saw and jumped off and ran away. Not really that scary. But I can't even imagine being in that position. Deleted. Deleted. Show us your armpits. There goes the rest of your weekend. Creepy thread number 1. http://red. It J3ofs. And 2. http://red. It GDVZ5. Still more to come. http://red. It hopped. Wait for it. http://red. It FXVZ3. I swear it's the last one. http://red. It bakes. Oh, and good night too. If you want some scary stories all year round, be sure to check out the awesome subreddit, rnolep, http://www.reddit.com rnolep. Really fun and addictive stuff. Don't do it. I came home from work one day to my door partially opened. My cat sitting on my porch. Internet Explorer opened on my computer. This was about 4 years ago. But I never used IE, and a shit in my toilet. The next day someone burned my house down. Do you think it was the cat? Legend is being going like this. You entering bathroom and standing in front of mirror. Turning candles off and, while being in front of mirror, spinning rapidly. You chanting Leon Trotsky, Leon Trotsky, Leon Trotsky, Leon Trotsky. Several times. While catching glimpses of self on mirror. It is said that eventually you be seeing image of Leon Trotsky on mirror. Upon exiting bathroom you are being arrested by KGB for believing in existence of Leon Trotsky, whom the party has proven never existed. Such is life in Moscow. Deleted. White t-shirt plus dark jeans plus night equals floating? Maybe? Just rationalizing here. Deleted. Deleted. Hold up. The best friend of Dave watches him die and does nothing? No calling the cops. Nothing. No towels. Just watches him bleed? Then while his buddy is fucking dead in the bathtub, he starts going through his personal shit on the computer? Sorry, I can't imagine someone just watch their friends die and doing nothing. Unless they are just as fucked up. I have posted this before. But my sister used to claim she saw a lady in a black dress in our stairway when she was little. And my uncle who got divorced and moved in with us said he used to feel like a cat was in the room with him. He claimed he felt a cat jump on the bed at night and knock things off the windowsill. Well, when my dad was redoing the drywall in the stairway he found an old black and white picture of a lady in a black dress with a cat on her lap. Creepy as fuck. Deleted. All I can think is why the fuck am I reading this shit? Anyways, back to reading. I read most of the way down this page with no problems. Then my lights flickered. Nope 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 nope. Creepy stories. A. Once I went to sleep while my roommate was with someone in the room. She kept saying weird shit. And the word danger. But I assumed she was just high and babbling. Later that night I woke up because they were having sex. The next morning, I found out that she had been drugged. And that was why she couldn't form coherent sentences. And danger was the only thing she could get out to say to me. And what I thought they were having sex was her being raped. Not paranormal. But certainly very creepy. One night I was walking down the street with a few of my friends in the city we live near when we passed a certain ground floor apartment. The curtains were drawn and the guy who lived there was sitting with his back to the windows, watching a late night detective movie. As we were initially walking quite slow I was able to get a closer look at what he was watching when I passed in front of the windows. It wasn't a detective movie he was watching. He was watching us. Watching us. Watching him. The second I saw myself on his TV I freaked the fuck out and bolted down the street. I don't always read creepy stories Reddit. But when I do, my cat walks up to me and I flip my shit. If there's anything I've learned about these threads, it's that I need to stop reading them in bed. Damn time zones. This is all part of the US war on the English. Mate. I started it and I'm in Wales. It has been reported that some victims of torture, during the act, would retreat into a fantasy world from which they could not wake up. In this catatonic state, the victim lived in a world just like their normal one. Except they weren't being tortured. The only way that they realized they needed to wake up was a note they found in their fantasy world. It would tell them about their condition, and tell them to wake up. Even then, it would often take months until they were ready to discard their fantasy world and please wake up. Fuck this. I'm going to browse, or, http://www.reddit.com or deleted. My papa passed away when I was 10 years old. Since then, my nana's health deteriorated and she obviously missed him. One night, 3 years later, my mother woke up from a dream. In her dream, my nana looked up from her bed and saw my papa standing in the doorway. He said, "It's time to go now," and offered her his hand. My mother woke up from her dream because the phone rang. My nana had just died. In the future, there will be over 1,000 channels, but nothing to watch. Okay, this was back when I was 9ish. At a retirement home area for old people to live. This was after Hurricane Andrew hit Florida and wreaked everything. I was throwing away the garbage which is like a mile away from my house. It was dark as shit, so there are 2 passageways for cars to drive by, and toward the left I see a woman in a white dress about 20 yards away. I ignored her at first and opened the trash bin and threw the trash away. After I looked again and she was about 5-8 yards away from me with a knife in her hand. I never ran so hard in my fucking life. Now I am afraid to turn around. Not me, but a friend still remembers one night she was sleeping. She thought she heard something against the window. Being around 5 at the time, she went to tell her parents that someone was outside of her second-story window. The dad not believed her but went to check anyways. The dad then saw someone climbing up a ladder to her bedroom. After they called the police, the stranger heard the sirens and ran off, leaving the ladder behind. TLDR, my friend was almost abducted by a man with a ladder. I have to stop reading this thread. I am home alone and it's late and I am hungry and freaked out and I know someone is going to open the door soon and I may scream. Even though I know it will be my roommate coming home, I will still freak. The AC came on and my heart jumped. Deleted. Okay. I have a friend who experienced a phenomenon called time slip. http://mranthanidar. blogspot.com/2010/12/normal 0 false ngbx none. HTML. The weird thing is that we didn't believe him the first time he told us. But he told us everything on the list. And one by one they started happening over the last year. The weirdest thing is, he is the one who doesn't think it happened. He thinks it was a dream or hallucination, if you ask him now. I was watching Spider-Man 3 in theaters. And all of a sudden, the screen went dark. For a good minute no one knew what the hell was going on. And then all of a sudden a black and white picture of a huge mound of dead people appeared on the screen and didn't go away for a good 30 seconds. Then it went black again. Only to be followed by another image of a skull on a table in old black and white. The movie came back on after 20 seconds of the skull. But the sound was distorted and sounded almost like screeching whenever someone spoke. It was incredibly disturbing. And what made it more disturbing was that only me, my group of friends, and maybe a few other people were in the theater. I'm gonna spend the next 3 days reading this thread. I work at a hospital, on the overnight shift, and for a good 10 years now, about once a week, an elderly patient, right before passing on, calls out, "Why is this little boy in here?" The creepiest was when a man called out saying a young boy was in his room messing with his stuff. He asked what he was doing. The boy replied, "Sorry, wrong room." About a half hour later, his roommate died. He's said to be dressed in Victorian clothing, which is odd because this hospital was built in the 60s. I'm home alone. Fuck this. My house used to have a loud knocking on the back door every so often late at night. Always figured it was a ghost from General Lee's retreat. Which the house was on its path. Didn't live around anyone else either. So no local kids to fuck with us.